be doing Angela Reese makeup on this Christmas Eve. I don't feel like it, but hey, I'll listen to this. Hey, hey everybody. We're gonna be doing Angela Reese makeup. It's like a soft glam look. I also do want to talk about some certain things about knowing your worth and stop being around, trying to be around fake people or worry about fake people, because you can't. Um, I've just been listening to a lot of content creators like Storm Monroe and this lady here. Let me see what's her name. Her name is Woman 1005. Hi, girl. Talks about, fakeness of people and how you're not entertaining the hot and cold relationships that, I have expressed. And, you know, I be feeling like I'm the problem. So people say I am the problem, but I'm not. It's just when people feel like they can use you. I feel like people try to find nice people so they can use. And, I do kind of relate with Storm with this about this world is just not meant for people who are very kind. I really do. I really do resonate with that because, and it's kind of hard to, like, it's hard for me to find a job. And it's just really hard for me to just be myself. Thank you. Same to you. And I never really had a friendship. I had people that I spoke with. And also, it just talks about dating as well. It goes in hand in hand. People acting hot and cold with you, and people look at you a certain way because they can't take advantage of you. And then, you being rare and you are someone that you wake up to. Like, you wake up every day and just be reminded of who you are. I'm good. How are you? But at the end of the day, it's just like, I don't feel nothing. I don't know why people get mad with me. I don't feel nothing for people anymore. I just really don't. Like, I have been the nicest person. I'm sorry. I'm going to say the kind person. Because anybody can act like they nice. I've been the kindest person. And a lot of people just, all I have to say that you have to use discernment with people. Like, you try to help people and they just don't, mm, it's just, you can't help everybody because everybody just not who they say they are. A lot of people are fake. Um, People try to humble you when you speak up for yourself. Oh, it's a problem. You don't disrespect me, or I'm your parent, this and that. It's not about disrespect. It's just the way you coming towards me. Yeah, and I hate when people try to use the word of God. You're not godly because why are you treating your child the way that you're doing? You speaking negative. Oh, you with your silly ass, and or you're not gonna be nothing. People feel like that don't supposed to hurt you. and it does. And then people, I don't know why stuff not working out for me because it's generational curses. Because it's what you put out in the atmosphere, the way you acting, and it's I don't know. Hey, the things you just let you feel like that's funny or it's appropriate, or you don't want your child to be something. You don't want the child to get attention or to move up in life. Everybody not going to be like you. Everybody's not going to be scared. It is not. I'm not trying to grow. You got to think about the things which you can do, because nobody else is not going to have your back. And it's just been like so crazy for the last couple of months. Like, to I've been applying to jobs. I've been asking for people for jobs, and people had this hot and cold relationship with me. And I do believe that people do be jealous of your light or your spirit, and you just get tired of people acting hot and cold with you, and you just wonder like, what is it about me? Like, why I'm not able to achieve? Why I'm not able to do certain things? Why people feel like, why I'm a target? And it do hurt, and it do makes you depressed. Because everybody can say, oh, I can help you, and people don't want to help you. I don't care what people say. I'm speaking from the heart. I know what it feels like. I know what I've been through. Because, you get tired of people, I know what you've been through, this and that. And it just, people don't want to see people achieve higher than them. And that's the thing I had to learn. Um, you have people that's very sneaky. And you just have people that just don't, like, how people say, like, I'm in the corner, right? Like, people don't put me out there. And I don't want to be out there for the wrong reasons myself, right? It's just hard to really trust people. I'm going to just say. And, I ask God, why I'm going through so much, why I can't find, decent people in my life, or why I can't find a job. To save my life, I can't. Yes, it does deal with transportation because you got to have money. You got to work to have money. And then you got to think about the stress, trying to provide. And it's a lot. And, people talk that talk. And the thing I learned too is that I can't listen to what everybody has to say because people not in my shoes and people not dealing with what I have to deal with. Some people have went through a lot to me. I understand. But at the same time, it's like people just don't care anymore how you feel, and it's sad, but it's the truth. Here's Reese. I deleted her picture, but I probably sent to myself. I gotta keep going to the side, but it's just like sometimes you just wonder like, what did I do wrong? Like, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? You know, and it makes you want to cry. And I don't know why I keep talking about him, but Lee Thompson Young, I don't know why he keep coming across my mind. Like his videos, everything just keep popping up, and I don't know if it's a sign he's telling me that he's with me or what. Because I do believe in spiritual, and when they took his movie off, I was so upset for YouTube. Like, why y'all do that? Then when I got his shirt made, his movie came back. Like I made his shirt, and when it was delivered, like I really do believe in that, and I feel like he is watching me, watching over me. But it's crazy. Like sometimes I just have a feeling about people that I cannot explain, good and bad. Like with people that I have probably worked with on here, and people that I probably did build a relationship. But people just took advantage of my kindness, and you get tired of that. You be like, you know, that's why like things I don't be really looking forward to anymore, like dating and all of that. I just don't. I just That's just not me anymore. Okay, y'all. So this is my glow skin filter. This is my favorite golden tan. I don't have feelings anymore. Like I don't know, people just very disgusting to me, and people get mad with me because I don't do stuff, drugs, and I just don't. That's just not me. And people just don't know how to accept me. They don't know how to talk to me. The only way people feel like they know how to talk to me, they feel intimidated, or my light is irritating their demons, is that being negative, try to be funny, trying to humiliate me. And I get back with them. Sometimes I don't, yeah, because, yeah, sometimes they hurt my feelings. And then I just stay away. And then I tell people off, I'm like, no, you thought I was funny, you thought I was cute. I said, that's not what family do. We don't put each other down. We lift each other up. And then they be looking stupid. It's just like sometimes you just be wondering, like, was I born in the wrong family? Or, I just really do. Like, I really think about stuff like that. I dream about stuff like that. And it's just like, thank you. I just wonder, like, do I really belong here on this earth? Is this really my family? Or, God, you just put me with, these people so I can learn, you know, it's just a lot that you think about spiritually. And I just didn't have a lot of. I don't have. How I can say this? Because I like to be honest. Um, Thank you, Jeffrey. Let me see how I can say this. I don't have a man figure in my life. I don't feel protected most of the time, and I don't feel protected now. So, it's a lot of people say you should date, and a part of me I do want to date, then I don't because I have been hurt. And you think about things like that, especially now that a lot of people are mysterious. They don't stay in relationships, or nor they want to be in a stable relationship. So it is kind of scary. It's like, you put yourself out there. So it's like a risk. And I don't know if I'm going to be ever be ready for that. It's hard. Do I have a lot of trauma? Yes, I do. I have a lot of trauma. I have a trauma from physical, of being pushed, being, doing this to my head, and sometimes like, and how people approach me, talking to me, like, they just talk to you any kind of way, like you're slow or you're not capable of. So yes, I get ticked off, and people be telling me, well, you need to learn how to handle criticism. I do, and I tell you off. And sometimes you all might not like that. Y'all don't know people on here, and y'all don't really don't care, but yes, something's going to tick me off because I've been through it. People done said it to me so many times. So yes, I'm going to blow up because it's my platform. This is my channel. I created from the very bottom up. I'm still in my phases, but I created my channel by myself. And you have to be careful with these other people too, because when you do ask for help, people feel like they can take over or you owe them. And that's why I don't like being close to people, because people, they get too big headed and feel like they done did everything and try to take a try to take your work from you. No, I did the work. I'm doing research. I'm getting the information. I'm putting video together. I'm editing. You're not doing none of that. Because people, when guys, I'm going to give you guys a really wonderful example. Like men, they feel like, oh, they feel like I'm a user because I'm nice. Yeah, I can play nice. That's what you feel like I am. But I am a kind person. But if you overstep my boundaries and you disrespecting me, and then you trying to put your hands on me, that's a wrap. We're not talking. We're not have nothing to talk about. I would definitely cut you off. I don't know, you guys are Storm Monroe followers or not. I'm like him. I don't care. I cut people off. I don't have nothing to do with you. I pretend like I never met you. I just avoid you. And that's what I do. I don't play. I just don't. If you cross me the wrong way and you trying to act funny towards me, or you trying to, not being helpful in my life because it hurts you to see me reaching for something, then I don't have nothing to talk to you about or deal with you, because I have dealt with that. I had so many people that I thought that cared about me, wanted to help me, especially, looking for jobs, doing my resume, nothing. I have dealt with females and males that don't want to help me. It's like, people have this hot and cold relationship with me. I'm saying this once again because it's the truth. One minute, we cool, we up there, we supporting one another. Then all of a sudden, they start acting funny. And it's like, okay, what did I do to you? I mean, I don't speak to you that much. I give you space. And I don't run nobody up. So it's not that I'm above my means. That people tell me she thinks she's above her means, or whatever the case. That's what you feel. That's how you feel. No, I give people space. I don't run people up. I remember I used to do that when I was younger, but I learned not to do that. See, when you start finding your own power, finding your own strength, and just being yourself, and you just avoid people, and you just be to yourself, you love yourself more, people try to break that up because they don't want you to love yourself. They want you to hang on to them to be a leash. So then they can go run and tell whoever they hanging with or they partners, whatever. Oh well, she can't stop calling me, or and females same way too. They want you to run them up, and then when you don't, and you live in your own truth, you live in your own life. Oh, it's a problem. Oh, you acting funny. No, I'm not. I don't have to be up under you. I don't have to get validations up under you. I don't have to be around you all the time, 24/7. And that's what people get mad about. Because people love to use people. That's what that is, too. If you're not a pushover and this and that, they don't want nothing to do with you. See, people want to feel like they are above you, and they want to talk about you. Oh, she not trying to be nothing, blase blase, because people want to feel like they're better than you, because that's the light in you that really hit their demons. And I had to learn that. And then you just be wondering, is it worth having friends or friendships or being with anybody, to be honest with you? And I'm just not with nobody. I'm not with nobody, and I'm not trying to push the agenda. And I'm not trying to please. I'm not trying to beg nobody to be friends with me. You know, I just be like, well, it is what it is. Um, it just a lot of weird energy. I stay to myself. Yes, I do. I stay quiet. I speak to people, once in a while, and I go about my business. And I just kind of learn to choose myself and not to be around people that don't like me for me. I'm not going to be kissing people butts. And when they see that, then they look at you sideways. They start rumors, trying to fight you, trying to show out, you know. But yep, it all deals with jealousy. And I had to learn how to start using discernment. Like I don't be around people. I don't go to these clubs. I never did that because I know the energy. I know what type of time people on. Especially when you look good and you don't have no drama. You stay to yourself. People don't know how to handle that. Unfortunately. So, like with me, I stay to myself. I'm not desperate to have a man. I'm not desperate to have friendship. Yes, I do talk about it. Yes, I wish or wonder, how it would be. But at the end of the day, I'm not finna chase nobody. I'm not finna to run nobody up. Because people don't want to see you do what? Well, with your life. You don't have friends. If you do, that'd be like once in a lifetime. Some people come, some people go. Some people be here for a season. So I learned a lot. I have anxiety really, really bad. Like, sometimes I don't know what to do. Sometimes I'm just, it hurt my feelings because I said, I never thought I'd be at 32 years old, feeling this way and feel like I'm left behind. But I know people saying that you're not left behind. People just don't know how to treat you. And people feel like mistreating you is the best answer. And you don't supposed to say nothing. They're supposed to humble you. I have been mistreated my whole life. When I was a little girl, because I was a darker skin, I was fat. So people used to make fun of me. And people feel like, you don't supposed to say nothing. You don't, when I was younger, I didn't. But now I do, so it is a problem. But like I said, when you have growth and people can't handle that, then people just not for you. I'm not gonna let nobody put their hands on me, talk bad about me. You don't know me. How can you talk bad about me because you insecure about who you are? That just same thing with men. When men cannot access your body and trying to see that you have low self-esteem, trying to see that you're easy, or you're desperate for them. No. But let me tell you this: if you trying to lead somebody on and you trying to be a player out here, there's no good coming to you. I'm just being completely honest. It's not. It's not gonna be nothing good for you. Because everybody's wondering, like, people keep looking at me. Oh, I'm surprised you don't have children. Why are you surprised? Every female is not like that. They're not. And they put other people down to make themselves feel better. It's not easy, but you have to rise above them. I do. And I stay away from it. It's very toxic because people just don't listen to people who are not like them, and people feel like, oh, she must think she better. She doesn't know. It's the difference. I know better, but I don't think I'm better. I'm human just like you. But at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be seen. You know, a lot of people get mad because when you tell people no, I don't want to drink. No, 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 and people get mad because you're not participating in those acts. It's like I don't want to do that. I just want to chill. Communicate and just observe. A lot of people don't drink all the time, but it's a problem that I'm not drinking or she don't want to have fun. She don't want to turn up, and it's not about that. I'm here to show support. I came, right? Everybody don't have to drink. So I have dealt with a lot. I have dealt with people bullying me, people trying to keep me humbled and trying to tell me. But the thing is, people don't realize that what you're doing is making it worse for yourself because you don't think somebody gonna do that to you, your child, your grandbabies, anybody. So whatever you do, it's gonna repeat itself. Like now, I'm not being funny. Like people from my past that I went to school with, they trying to come back around and this and that, and I'm like, I'm not being mean, but we don't have nothing to talk about. You felt like you were better than me. Y'all didn't want to have nothing to do with me. Y'all act like I was poor or something, or I smelled. Y'all don't want to have nothing to do with me. That's how I felt. Y'all didn't want to have nothing to do with me. But I know I dressed it nice. I looked it nice. But y'all just felt like y'all was better. And it's no telling what rumors were spreaded about me for you all to act that way towards me. Cover girl, yummy. I'm gonna put it in the chat for you guys. This lip gloss is so good. Like the moisture on your lips, like I can't wait till y'all see the video today. With my shorts. But yeah, please go watch my 5-minute teacher video. But no, seriously, like it's crazy. People only want to have something to do with you when it's beneficial for them. People like to use people. I've tried to teach my youngest daughter to always be kind, and especially to the kids left out. Include them. Go out of your way to see them. Yeah, because you don't know who you really be friends with. But I know you also got to be careful. But I never thought I was better than anybody. I was friends with anyone that showed me kindness. And a lot of people didn't understand like why I would hang around certain people because, they might not have the clothes or whatever. And it wasn't about that. I just like to have people that can relate to me. having conversations. And, you just don't never do people like that because you never know that you would need people like that in your life. There's that because you're better. You think that because, you look better than them, or, you are so talented. And I just tell people all the time, you never know who you may meet and how you treat people. That's my answer and question for everything. Like, you never know. Um, I do want to say something to you guys important. I know you guys promised to say that this year I didn't do a lot of Christmas things as well, face paint and all of that. To be honest with you guys, I have not been in the mood. If you guys were here with me before, that this is tomorrow will make it a year that my uncle passed, and I don't know why. Like last week, I was just crying, crying, crying. Like it's just it's things are not the same anymore either. Life is changing. It just it feel things just feel numb. And with that, like I was telling you about the hot and cold relationship with people, that's going on. Um, People pretend that they're a good person. People feel like they want to help you, and they don't. So you have to use discernment with people. But um, stuff just haven't been the same. And YouTube has been my biggest support. Um, I don't want to face reality, I guess. You guys and me just really creating just helps me because it's coming from me and I'm creating it and putting it on this platform. And it's hard. I don't have no one to talk to most of the time about my deepest thoughts and my concerns about my future. Um, it's scary out here, and I'm at a dead end job. No one don't care. Um, it's a lot, and I don't know what kind of field that I want to be in. I do want to be in the medical, be a receptionist, but it feels like I keep getting denied, and I do, I do be having, um, I lose faith in myself, whether y'all believe it or not. I do. I lose faith in myself and my abilities because, I feel like if I do the action, things come faster. And it's like when I do it, I don't get what I want. And I feel like I'm stuck. And I ask for discernment. I ask God what I'm doing wrong. And sometimes I just feel like crying because I feel like I'm not my best. I really do because I feel like, I want to be financially stable, entering, my next chapter of my life. And I want to be ready. I want to be stable. I don't want to be out here rushing and getting with people, that don't have their best interests. So, of course, I wanted to learn and do everything on my own. You know, People doing digital products on here. I don't know how to do that. I don't. I try to look at the video, but it's just too much. I don't have patience looking at videos like that anymore. I'm just really overwhelmed. That's what it is, and I don't have patience. I don't. And at the same time, people want money for that, and it's just money, money, money. These content creators making money off, everyone. So it is hard, and I don't know. Trying to work in the public is definitely harder. I just don't know what direction to go. I get confused. Um, I just don't. I know everybody say, divine timing, but at the same time, I'm tired. I'm getting really tired. And I know I shouldn't be saying it and putting the atmosphere, but I really am. Like physically I'm tired, mentally I'm tired, and emotionally I'm tired. Um I just been applying to jobs and I've been getting denied. Um with these hot and cold relationships, you ask people for help. They don't want to help you. I mean, it's just like a full circle. And I don't know what to do. I just want to just leave, get out this house sometimes and just go somewhere. I do. I want to go out of town. But can't because people are lunatics. I'd be scared to go by myself, especially females. We can't. I just try to understand my life, you guys. That's all. And people. And when I just think about 9 years ago when I dealt with someone, he was a friend of the family, I guess at the time. And you think about people you thought that you probably would have, maybe would have been with them, but he wasn't a good guy. Um, he was a player type, and I really, really liked him. But I should have known who he was and what he was about. You know, I think about stuff like that person 9 years ago, but then I was like, I'm glad because you hear about them now that they with someone else and they making babies. They not married. They just keep hopping to a different relationship, having children. And I was just thinking like, I'm glad that I dodged the bullet because that could have been me, and I could have been embarrassed. I could have been in a dark place, and I probably wouldn't have been here talking. Um, it's just a lot of things that I think about if I had settled, and I feel like my ancestors really protected me from a lot of people, friendships or try to date. Um, it's it's just a lot of people who have a lot of trauma and mental health issues, and they're not really ready to date. They just want to get down with the get down, and that's fine. But I'm not. I'm not ready for the get down. I'm just not. People can talk about me. Let me get some blush. People can talk, but I just wasn't ready. It never feels like it in the moment, but sometimes God will close a door so another can open. But it never could have opened if that person or thing was still. Yeah, it wouldn't have. Like, let me use this blush. It wouldn't, you know. Um, like I said, I wouldn't be here today, making that decision and, being with people, trying to follow people, that didn't have their best interests at heart for me. But when you stand alone and you have that power, people feel intimidated and people try to be funny. And is there something you can do about it? No, you just keep moving forward. Like I said, people don't like me, and it's okay. Everybody's not gonna like you, so that don't mean that you be a butt kisser. No, it's just about you knowing your own and doing the best that you can, and you see who's there for you, and you see who's not for you. And that's what I learned, that all the people that I did have in my life, so-called friends, they just wasn't for me. Like, my mom and I talk about people that she used to speak with, and they was telling my mom, don't let your daughter model this and that. Let her be a doctor. Then they let their child model. So it's like, people can be very two-faced, but at the same time, I'm glad that I didn't model. I used to want to model, but I'm glad I didn't because it's really nothing. Like, you really can, like, I take my own pictures. I'm glad that I did not do that. Yes, Alyssa, yes, I am. I have a light about me that people just um cannot stand. You know, you just have, like, now I know I have people that I have not spoken to or that don't speak to me or watching. And that's how people are. Oh, hey Storm. They love to watch, but not support. But hey, it is what it is. But this is my Angela Reese makeup look, you guys. I think I nailed it. I just put a little blush. It's mostly like a natural. I'm not trying to go all out. I know it's Christmas Eve, but I'm not into it, y'all. I'm not into this Christmas so-called spirit. It's just a regular day. Um, but I hope you guys do enjoy your Christmas Eve. But I just want to get that off my chest about using discernment and, people coming in and out my life as well. And I understand. And, no, I'm not in a relationship. I'm not trying to rush myself in a relationship because I want to be financially stable. I don't want to depend on no man because men out here have really showed their true colors. Like, they'll feel like they own you. You're nothing but a tool. You're just a wife material. You're a trophy. Or you're just a game. They want to play with you sometime, then they don't. Um, I don't want to be in a relationship like that, and I just want to be financially stable. I want someone that's on the same level as I am and very level-headed, a gentleman. He's not controlling, but he do know when to step in to protect me. And I just want a real man. It's like all these men, they acting like women out here. With their talking and how they act. It's sad. And I'm like, you think I'm supposed to lay up with you? No, no way, Jose. You have to have your own power, and you have to be your own person. When you are out here, when you know, I say when you out here when you 18, at least be your own person. Don't let these men psych you up and this and that. It's okay to talk to them, but you have to have boundaries. When you don't have boundaries, a lot of people feel like they can cross on you. So I definitely understand everything in life. So, but yes, I did my Angela Reese makeup. I hope you guys did enjoy. Very simple. Um, I hope you guys did like it, and I love it. So, close my eyes, open, so you guys can see. All right, well, happy Christmas Eve to you guys, and please watch my video that I did post yesterday. Please, please, please go watch it. And what else can I say? Yes, please go watch my makeup video. We gotta get that video up to 50 views. If y'all want to see your 5-minute workday makeup look, please get that video up to at least, I'm gonna say 100 today. Y'all love to hear transformation videos. Thank you. I really do. I appreciate it. I love you guys for that. I gotta come back home tonight and work. I gotta do some other videos. I'm gonna try to do 2. Okay? I love y'all so much, and I do thank you guys so much for always just being there for me. I love y'all. Happy Wednesday, and I'll see you guys back on Friday. Ciao.